Wow. What a glorious song to just get the episode going, huh?
That's not getting anything going whatsoever. But at least with this, I feel like I'm in the party mood. I've been out clubbing all night.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe getting stabbed. So who knows what's going to happen tonight? I'm in a party mood.
You had your own Club Zero tonight, Taylor?
That's exactly what has transpired, where now the entire audience is going to have to put up with my obnoxiousness because I just got out of the club.
Them, let alone me, dude.
Well, you don't count. No matter what, you have to put up with me regardless.
I signed the contract.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
So, we are back again for episode 14 of season 1 of Smallville for the Somebody Save Me podcast. Again, Taylor and Joseph here. As you heard, we are getting into Club Zero vibes right now because Club Zero is the opening of this episode here. Because Club Zero has been alluded to actually quite a bit this entire season, which is crazy. I don't know if you recall.
No, actually, that's what I was excited about more than anything is whenever I first saw this and it was called Zero, I was kind of thrown off where even for what we talked about last week, if you were sticking around that long, was at the end of the episode where I said, oh, it's another picture of Whitney. Oh, man, I'm going to have another Whitney episode. But in fact, this episode had nothing to do with Whitney, and what you and I have alluded to, there's always been hints of Club Zero. I said, what is the incident that occurred? Now we are finally going to be getting those answers where, Joseph, in the end, I was expecting more.
Yeah.
I was kind of let down because I actually love, and we'll get into it, a lot of the club scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't care for everything else.
I kind of get that. I mean, you can even tell this story was kind of just out there, kind of make Lex a little bit more center stage a little bit because he hasn't had too much screen time, just centered around him, I feel like this was the first one where really it's all about Lex this episode.
Well, yeah, and I'm completely okay with that because, for God's sakes, if I have to hear about Clark questioning him not saving somebody again, then I'm going to blow my brains out. So at least I have some type of, a rebellion story going on here. The only problem I do have is there's supposed to be flashbacks. My God, he looks the exact same age.
The flashbacks are so good.
He's supposed to be like, what, 18?
Yeah, because it does say 3 years.
He's supposed to be like 18 years old, and dude, he looks so old.
Oh,
he looks
dude.
so old.
It's something else. So yeah, we're gonna get into it again. This is episode 14 of season 1, Zero. Let's dive in there, bro. Let's get in there, man.
All right.
What are we open to, bro?
So somehow we are opening up to a Zero Dark 30 scene where Lex is completely tied up upside down in a straitjacket.
Yeah.
Sweating, where to your point of last episode with Chloe having the black eyes, seems like we got another black eye scenario.
Yeah, he looks sick.
Yeah.
Like, he looks very sick.
Yeah, it seems like
just hanging upside down.
This guy's just beating the crap out of him the entire time.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? It looks so genuine because he has to be actually hanging upside down. I guarantee he had to have passed out at least once or twice trying to film this. Rosenbaum specifically.
Wait, so you're saying that this is like a Daniel Craig type of scenario where they're putting the plastic bag over his head, which is the dragon tattoo, where he completely passed out.
Dude, Tom Holland did it. Even Tobey Maguire when he was trying to film that kiss scene.
So you're saying that Rosenbaum went that route with this role?
I guarantee you, bro, he's dedicated.
So he said, episode 15, let me pass out.
No, 14, bro.
I don't even care that I'm skipping. So you're saying 14. You're saying, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going for it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
For Club Zero, he will. So basically, he's tied up there, held hostage. It's revealed someone's playing with him and trying to figure out the truth. The truth.
And this is actually you know what? And I know I have a lot of problems, a lot of episodes, but I'm going to get into it already. I don't like that beginning scene because I want just the club right now, which is what we immediately go to 40 seconds later, which is the flashback. You should have started me with the flashback.
We'll get into how I want to play into that after it shows a little bit more.
Yeah.
So in the flashback, we have it's Lex going to a club 3 years earlier, and he's walking with his buddy Kasich, the bodyguard.
You mean Common? You mean Common from John Wick? That's what we have. Common made his role. They're wearing the exact same clothes.
I think his name started with a K too.
Yeah. It's Kasich.
Kasich. Hit this guy.
Yeah, it's Kasich.
This guy.
But Common's character, no. Completely the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost positive that they made the same John Wick character a part of the Smallville universe on purpose, which means John Wick is a part of this world. So I'm all about it.
Oh, you think so?
That's the only thing I got. Otherwise, they're wearing the exact same thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I feel that.
But now we do have where Lex is walking in, not only where we have the introduction of Common from John Wick, but it's also him walking in with an older woman who reminds me a lot of a younger Nell. I'm just going to say it.
Younger
This
Nell?
is now getting into what my theory has been. Lex, who is 18 years old, is into the older women.
Dude. And come to find out she's engaged.
It's what I'm saying.
He's telling Casey over, he's like, oh, yeah, she's engaged, actually. I'm just taking her out. Like, what?
I'm just going out to this club. So this is also what my question to you is, because now we're getting into the club scenario where they're walking in, and obviously we're finding out that the club is zero because there's a big freaking circle, which it looks like the Triple X scene. Can I just say that with Vin Diesel, the Russian? This is the Russian club right now.
Dude, it looks very similar. Hey, fun fact about this Amanda, though. This Amanda that Lex brought.
She was in Triple X too?
No. That would be awesome. That would have been so good. Okay, I know you're a big fan of that 70s show.
Yeah, I love that scene.
All right, so you know it pretty well.
Yeah, pretty
sure. Do you
sure.
remember Hyde's fake wife that he had from Vegas at one point? Her name was Samantha.
What do you mean? Fake? Or
Well,
you talking about the stripper that he married? Yeah,
the stripper that he married.
She was later on in the seasons where he married. She was in there. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
That's her, man.
What?
Her name's Judd Taylor. She played Samantha Hyde.
She looks younger in that 70s show than... Man, it's the same thing when I had about Bobby and Iceman last time. Somehow these people look younger in Smallville than they do in the real world.
It's crazy.
So the town makes people younger. We need to touch on this.
Oh, okay. All right. Smallville makes them younger. So, yeah. So, after, they're walking up, getting a scope of the club, and Lex is basically just chatting it up with Kasich because I guess this security guard, the bouncer, just rolls with the guests the whole time.
Well, and that's what actually I was kind of confused about, and I was going to go into it here at the beginning with the bouncer. So Lex seems like that he's been here multiple times.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't the bouncer know who he is at the front door?
That is true. He's like, he does make the comment, you must be new here, to that random dude.
And that's fair. It's just, it seems like Lex should have a bigger name. Where the moment that I say, hey, I'm Lex Luthor, guess what? Where is my other red carpet? I need another one that's going to be laid out for me here.
Man, don't you love? He clearly knows the guy, Kasich.
What, you like it because you have a K on your finger? Because that's
ring?
what the ring you wear?
Yeah, he probably kisses that, bro.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't? Exactly. Hey, don't you love? He just tips the man anyway. Even though he knows him, got him in, he tipped him anyway. Lex is the good guy, bro.
Well, he asked him about what's going on in the VIP room. Is there any type of room for myself? Kasich, you know what? I think we're going to be able to make some room, boss.
Hey, yo, you know my friend Benny? You know Ben Franklin? Yeah, here you go.
Here you go. You know what? I think I know him very well. Why don't you make your way upstairs?
I did.
So now that we have Lex and Amanda walking up to the stairs to the VIP room, they're obviously just enjoying a little chit-chat together where I believe at this time she's explaining that, Lex, I'm married, my husband's out on business right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you're taking me out. So in a way, it's pretty much... it's a business deal, but yet you're taking the wife of the business deal arrangement
But
out.
then you see what he's doing, because this is definitely intentional. Let's.
Yeah, but the problem is, before we get into it, Joseph, I gotta ask: would you ever be okay with this if you're the guy?
What do you mean?
You ever making a business deal with somebody, and the guy that you're making a business deal with then takes out your wife? You ever okay with that?
Yeah, it's Lex.
You okay with that? If it's Lex, I don't care if it's
he's,
Lex.
He's trying to expose that this guy sucks, and I'm gonna take her woman out because I can.
You know what? 2 apple martinis.
That's right.
Gross.
2 apple martinis. which is a bad drink.
That's a Social Network type thing. He's like, what are you drinking? Oh, we'll have 3 of those. Yeah, that is a Justin Timberlake scene if I ever have seen one.
2 apple martinis.
But she is now there, and she is picking up the
matches that the bar has.
There's just so much little sexual innuendos going
Zero
on.
consequences.
And obviously...
0.
There's so much hinting that Lex just wants to have sex with this woman that we're just supposed to believe that she's going to be able to stick around and she's going to be a main character. But instead, what do we see?
They're going to cheers to the engagement, and then, come to find out, she sees her fiance chatting it up with some honeys, bro. He's got some honeys around him. He's like, yeah, what's up? I'm getting married. What's up?
Alright, so you know what this scene is from. I'm surprised you make the connection.
What's the connection?
This scene is from Wedding Singer, where she is a grade A piece of meat.
Top choice meat.
I work long hours.
No, it's a different
I work
type.
in the city, man.
Yeah, okay, I get the vibe.
That's what I'm
it,
saying.
but it's not the same scene, bro. Come on, dog. He's on a date. He's on a double date.
So you're saying because there's 2 girls in the Russian
No, because he's on a
X.
date with Drew Barrymore, his actual girlfriend, but he's just, gawking at other women. This guy's intentionally, blatantly cheating. Only because she's there.
Okay.
Like, that it's...
Okay. Alright, so if I'm cheating on my wife, and I know that she's going out to or no, I don't know, but she's going to be hanging out with Lex Luthor, or I just made a deal with Lex Luthor, whatever. I'm going to go to a club that I know that Lex hangs out with. I'm going to go to a place that I know that I'm going to be able to be caught taking a chance. Lex will never sell me out. Obviously, you don't know him very well.
Well, would he know that, though? His frequent spots?
How'd he not?
How would he?
So what, Club Zero is just a spot you go to if you're going to ever cheat on your wife?
Maybe he just thought they wouldn't be there. I mean, the guy's clearly dumb, so it doesn't matter. Well, anyways... He basically gets mad at Lex, like, Lex, you son of a bitch, you did this on purpose. And I mean, kind of obvious he did it on purpose.
Why did he do it on purpose, though?
Maybe he just wants the woman.
What was he trying to get out of it?
Maybe just to sour the deal. Maybe they had a business deal and he was like, I don't want to mess with this guy.
I don't understand what he's getting.
Well, either way, what he's getting here is that they get it in a little tussle down at the dance floor. And the guy, we come to find out his name is, what was it, Jude?
It's Judy.
Judy. Yeah, so cheating Judy goes down to the dance floor and lays a little fast one on Lex. And then Lex, they're just fighting on the dance floor. And so this man gets broken up by Kasich, the fight. And Jude just gets the knife out of his pocket and just stabs Lex.
Alright, so I love it.
And then who shoots him?
Kasich.
Kasich
obviously, he was the first one to pull that trigger there. It's completely understandable where Amanda is now crying in the background. Lex turns around. He's like, oh my God, we just shot her fiance.
He's dead. Like, he's clearly dead.
The entire night is ruined. I'm getting no ass. What am I supposed to do now at this point?
Why are people not just staring at the dead body?
Alright, so this is also my other connection.
They shot the bullet and no one ran?
Alright, so I'm going to I went to the Triple X. So now let me go with this other one. Man on Fire, where he's pulling the shotgun in order to clear the club out because nobody's making any type of movement while there is guns going off, while there is dead bodies on the floor. Nobody gives a crap about anything.
They literally made room for the dead body. And you might have got me if we were still in a crowd. Like,
you know why? Because the only way to clear out a club like Club Zero is to have a Denzel Washington moment where you have shotguns being pointed to the ceiling and being pulled. That's the only way you're going to be able to clear out this type of club.
Insane. They literally, no one moved from that shot. And so right there, Kasich is the one that pulled the trigger, shot him straight in the chest. Yeah, like you said, Amanda's crying. We're now back at the present time where Jude is clearly alive.
Which he is now spinning him around, which I do love, is because now we're getting into the question of what tell me the story, Lex. Tell me what your interpretation. Tell me about that night. And it's weird because then we have the beginning of the smile. It's another creepy smile.
Dude.
It's another Rickman. It's another blackmail smile. We have the classic, I thought you killed me, Lex.
Yeah. He's like, don't you remember? You killed me.
I thought you got me.
And then Lex literally he's like on
He looks like he's
chemo or something. I don't know.
Dying to now
He's
where
dying.
Jude is pulling the trigger. And
He's
we
about
hear
to
the
pull that
gunshot.
trigger. Yeah, we hear the gunshot and cuts to the intro. So yeah, kind of a wild scene, bro.
Kinda, but not really, because when the episode first started, you automatically believe that Lex is being kidnapped by somebody that he thinks is dead. So I'm going to ask you before this episode gets into kind of what it's all about. Joseph, did you believe that scene when you first saw it? Did you think that that was all that Club Zero was about?
Yeah, I was seeing it. I was like, okay, we're finally getting Club Zero because this is what I wanted to talk about earlier. We finally get the connection of Club Zero because this has been hinted at multiple times throughout this season. We had the Sam Phelan, blackmail, mention how he covered up or helped Lex during Club Zero. And then we had that random doctor that was stitching up Kyle. And he said, yeah, remember Club Zero? You were bleeding everywhere that night. Like, this is finally that scene. We're finally getting that. And I actually really love that because they were purposely laying out that storyline there to lead into a full episode.
I didn't know what Club Zero was. I didn't know what the episode was until I saw him get stabbed. And then I immediately go, oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And that's why I got into this, where now after the intro, we're opening up where it says 1 week earlier, and we are getting into, obviously, the 3 out of the 4 of the mystery game.
I really liked this scene. This was a very high school scene, and I actually really enjoyed it. Just the riffing back and forth and starting from just, walking through these halls and everything.
Completely agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what my problem is, because obviously I have a problem. I always have a problem.
Is it Pete?
No.
I
actually like
Pete.
No. Pete's fine. Pete's fine. My problem is the assignment. So
Dude.
now we're getting into the assignment of what they're going back and forth to your point where this is a complete high school conversation between the 3, where they're going back from English class saying, oh, so what's the assignment? It's about a biography where you're having to interview another person from your student body.
Right.
Chloe should never be allowed to do this assignment. That is my first thought. The moment that they started talking about it, I go, okay, well, whoever Chloe gets, that's bullshit. I immediately was angry. She should automatically get an A. It has nothing to do with anything else. Why would I ever allow that?
There should be options. At least. Yeah.
Like there should be.
I honestly think this is a weird project in general.
What? No.
I don't think you should.
I disagree. You know why? Because I want to teach somebody about interviewing somebody if I'm an English teacher to where I want them to get to know somebody. It's a student. It's a person that you're in the student body with. So it's not like you have to go and interview a teacher. You have to truly interview a student in your class, which it's funny.
So you most likely have to go to their home to interview and shit like that. Okay.
What I love about it is that Pete is like, oh, the whole shit's rigged.
Yeah,
everything is rigged.
Dude,
nobody loves me.
Yeah, no, he's like completely talking about how it's just rigged. Oh, let's see who you get. Yeah, he's like, out of all the hotties in the class, I get stuck with Stan Gibson. Yo, you gotta be kidding me.
He runs the school store. That's who I'm having to interview? I don't want to interview him. I want to interview a woman. Pete, settle down.
Maybe they're like, yeah, this guy doesn't need a girl because he's going to be obsessed and write about her in the paper for 5 weeks.
So I took her out on this limo.
So I interviewed her about her life. Met her parents. It was nice. So, yeah. Pete sucks.
No, I'm not giving you that.
But you think it's rigged? I bet you agree with him. You think it's rigged?
I do think it's rigged.
Because who they got?
Okay, you know, it's obviously rigged.
Chloe gets Clark. Clark gets Lana.
Chloe didn't rig it because Chloe can't rig it. Chloe's just... Can I just say this?
Well, clearly nobody rigged it, but still,
Clark rigged it. He obviously did X-ray vision to see which one he was going to choose.
No, but someone did rig it.
Stop it.
What if it wasn't
Clark rigged it in order to see who he was going to choose.
What if it was Whitney?
Okay. Because Whitney's in the same English class.
He was like, yeah, I'll make sure you get a good partner.
Yeah, no wonder he lost a scholarship. Idiot. All right, but I do want to say this. Doesn't this just prove that Chloe and Clark are supposed to be destined together?
Sure, Taylor.
Like, come on, just give me my woman here.
Sure, you want her? Go ahead. She's right there, dude.
All right, so Pete gets his man, and
Pete gets his man.
and now they're saying, "Well, Chloe, who did you get?" Obviously, I got the farmer boy.
Yeah.
Chloe has Clark. Where then they ask Clark, "Well, who did you end up getting?" Somehow he ends up
He gets Lana
because he cheated in order to get it.
and he smiles. He doesn't even reveal it yet. He doesn't even say anything. He just smiles. They all know. It's like, oh, it's Lana.
What I love, though, is that Pete even makes the joke at Clark, which is why I say I like Pete in this scene, saying, oh, it doesn't matter who anybody got. Chloe's the one with the challenge because she's the one that has to interview you. And Clark is so he's sitting there going, well, what do you mean?
What? I know a lot of things.
Yeah, I know stuff.
Yeah.
That's what he says. I know stuff. Where Pete says, dude, we have to write 6 pages about you where any question that anybody asks, your answer is, huh?
Yeah, you know it's crazy. I mean, they've hinted at it before, but like they're really starting to really throw in there that Pete is not as like it bothers him that he doesn't know much about Clark or is not as close as he is to him. You know what I mean?
Great connection there because yes, this is kind of the pinpoint of jealousy.
Yeah, and jealousy, and then after that whole thing, I mean, he just seems like because even telling Chloe that he's saying, he's a conundrum. If I don't know this much, I doubt you'll get much more. You know what I mean?
Well. It's funny in a way because Clark is now explaining it's not a big deal I got Lana. I'm already going to be helping her out, getting the Talon ready, so it's not a big deal. Because this is not only where you see the Pete jealousy, but Chloe also, she throws in her shot. And that's why I love this woman. Oh, you mean, Clark, how you're the surrogate boyfriend while her real boyfriend is going off and taking care of his dad?
While he's sick?
While he's sick, while you're just there as a fill-in. She throws the shot because Chloe, it's jealousy, but it's also a reminder to Clark.
Y'all are idiots.
You're an idiot. You're dumb. You're no better than a girl who's head over heels with the guy who's in prison. That's what you love.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, Chloe calls it out, bro. Chloe calls it out. And he's like, hey, you're going to do my interview, Clark? What does he tell her? I'll be around.
You know, here's the issue that I have with why Chloe is right, because did he just blow me off? Clark, this is an assignment.
Yeah.
So she's...
Like, why wouldn't she... Like, she has to do it, you have to do it.
You have to... Like, there's no whatsoever, like, crazy factors on anything. Mm-hmm. This is... both of you. I'm glad you got Lana, but she got you, so guess what that means? She has to interview you.
And so they go off, the high school scene's over. We're now at the Talon, dude. Talon's very relevant now, bro.
Where Lana is now explaining that there is some type of leak to the carpenter, where the carpenter looks like Taylor, where he's scratching his neck going...
Is he a carpenter or a plumber? What is he?
He's supposed to be both, right?
Is he just a guy?
I don't know. He's wearing a nice vest.
He just walked in with a vest and a letter. Like, hey, I'm here for the thing.
That's the only assumption that I have because obviously he acts like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and Lana's like freaking out. And then how creepy is this?
Okay.
She turns around after done with Carpenter Man, and this guy Jude, who we know is Jude, is just standing there.
Hey.
Like he's right in her face.
Hey.
But she... You know what's crazier? She doesn't even bother. She doesn't even bother to step back.
No, and everything that
she is in his face.
Everything that he does in this scene, I don't care for. This scene where he first walks up, I'd immediately be like, I'm not giving you a job application.
Yeah, he asked for a job application. He's like, yeah, I'm here for that position, assistant manager position. Like, yeah, you're not gonna be my manager. Yeah.
Wait, the moment you come up to me like that, hey, the position was filled. I don't think I can give you an application. I'd
be like, I'm sorry, what position? That's not available.
And this is what's weird about the scene, because once again, we have Jude coming up where Lana's handing him that application as much as we wish she wouldn't. He is now interviewing it, and what does Jude do? He is now then explaining, oh, hey, I once knew Lex Luthor. Is he a part of this type of project? Oh, yeah, Lex is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you here? If Lex
she's just like laughing and joking around with like, oh, yeah, it was like, whatever.
If Lex is a terrible person, why are you interviewing for this job?
Yeah.
I would immediately say, that's great. I'm glad you guys had a history. Get out.
And I get what he's doing. Obviously setting it up because he's going to go on a little spree here.
Joseph.
Doing things.
Do you own this place? Yeah, I own this place. I really hate you. Can I have the job application? What?
Well, that was to Lex, not to Lana.
I hate your boss. I know you're just the manager.
Hey, your boss sucks. You should stay away from him. Stay away from your boss.
Can you hire me?
Can you do that? I'm a random citizen.
I want the job, though. Can I have the job still?
Lex sucks. Just so you know. I'll put that on the application in case you forgot.
Hire me?
Yeah. And so we have Lex pulling up finally outside to the Talon because it's his property. He's going to invest in there. And he gets out of the car and gets pulled aside by Kasich. Lex is like petrified. He's like, "Why are you here? What? We're not even supposed to be near each other. What is going on?" And Kasich's like, "Dude, it's him, man. He's alive. He's been following me everywhere. I can see him everywhere." And Lex thinks he's just tripping. He thinks he's just going crazy or something, or maybe just stressed, whatever. And so the thing is here that he tells Lex Jude's looking for the truth, but then Lex is like, "You know what? Clark's coming up. Let me go to this apartment I have. You'll be very secure. Wait for my call." Hey, what's the address?
Okay.
What's the address?
I'm so happy that you said that. Just to go off of everything you said, I put in my notes here. Okay. Casey says, Jude's following me. Lex goes, "Impossible. Here's a silver key. I'm not going to tell you where anything is, but I have a place downtown in Metropolis. Go there." Where am I going?
He just tells him,
what is this key
I'll
for?
call you. And what Kasich does is like, okay. And you're just like, "Oh, all right, cool, whatever."
What is the key for?
Yeah, what is the key for?
Where do you go?
Treasure chest?
Where am I supposed to go, Lex?
Does it have a tracker on it?
Oh, hey, you going to text me? Oh, yeah, that's right. There's no phones right now.
But dude, yeah, so he just gets tossed in that key, doesn't explain where to go, but then, yeah, Clark is walking the street, going to the Talon, I guess. This man always has his backpack, bro. Why does he always have his backpack?
Actually, I thought your biggest problem because it's also my biggest problem with the scene. Was it Lex trying to look cool in front of the farmer boy right now? Was it, oh, I can't be seen with this guy. Oh, Clark's coming up. Clark, what's up, friend? It's like he's trying to avoid the loser friend that he has in order to look cool in front of the farmer kid.
Because all you can do, even too, is like if Clark did come up, you could just say, "Hey,
he's an employee.
This is an old buddy of mine that I knew. He just happened to run into me." Clark is kind of nosy. Maybe he's gonna be asking some pressing questions after that.
Yeah, but the problem is that Clark. Who was that? Nobody.
Lex, who was that? Oh, where's he from? How do you know him? Tell me the truth, Lex. Why are you lying? That's Clark. Okay. That's literally Clark in a conversation.
Except, isn't it better than to say I don't know?
It's like, who's that? Black guy, yeah.
That's what he said. He just says black guy. That's it.
And so they both walk in after that whole little cover-up, whatever. And so Lex is finding out from Lana that, yeah, a friend of yours came by. I'm a little disturbed.
Lana's freaked out.
Yeah, I'm freaked out. He told me to stay away from you, boss.
Why is she so scared? I don't understand. She acts like this. She has already found a dead body in this scene from the way he told me to stay away. Why would he tell me to say that? Lex, look at this job application. Look what his name is. Well, who cares, Lana? Lex already has people that hate him all the time. This is not anything new. Yep. Jonathan talks so much shit about Lex. Jonathan probably said that to her. So it goes back to everybody has badmouthed the man. It doesn't make sense why this is a big shocker to her.
Yeah.
You go into business with a guy like this is the type of repercussions.
I mean, she is 14, bro. And you saw last episode, she realized, oh yeah, I'm kind of in over my head right now. But yeah, so basically, it looks like
and her aunt lived with him, Joseph. Like and that's what my problem is.
She blacked out during that time, dude. She blacked out.
10.
She blacked out, bro. She blacked out. Nell beat it out of her or something. I don't
know.
Welded it out of her. Who knows?
You will cheer.
And so Lex is freaking out because Lana showed him the application of the person, and it was Jude Taylor, the person that's supposed to be dead. And so Clark is worried about Lex, and Lex is just telling him pretty much, "Hey, shut up. Don't worry about it. It's my life. Get out of my face." Gets in the car.
Oh my lord.
What,
okay, alright.
Yeah, what happens here? What happens here?
So what happens the moment that Lex gets in his car and then cranks up the engine is all of a sudden I don't even call it screamo music.
It's some weird recording. I don't know what you want to call that.
But it's weird because it is like a rock song that's just screaming, killer,
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 yeah,
killer. That's all it is.
Like
and so you're going through it where Lex is freaking out going, I don't know how to turn this off. Clark's, hey, turn that off. It's really loud. Everybody starts gathering around for some reason, which would never happen. I'm just going to let you know. Because if somebody's stereo is cranked that loud and it's screaming...
No one's going to gather.
Who cares?
Someone's just going to pass by them and be like, wow, that guy's probably a douche.
Somebody's probably broken or the guy is a big D-bag.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm not going to stand here and be like, hey... What's going on? But you know what? There's a reasonable explanation for the Joseph. What happened? What does Lex find that makes this type of music?
It's good to use X-ray vision for the stuff like this, you know?
Well, you have to use it for the important stuff, which is...
pulling out a CD player that's hacked into the audio outlets of the car.
It's purple.
It's a CD player.
It's purple.
It's a CD player.
And it's probably the cheapest CD player you could have bought at that time.
Do you think he had enough time to install that, whoever that was, in the car?
No,
while
because
they were inside?
They would have had to have been able to open the door unless Lex leaves everything unlocked. But he would have had to have been able to test it, right? Unless he just assumed that it worked.
Yeah, you would have to test it, because you got the hot wire there.
You got a hot wire.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I don't think you would have had enough time to do that.
No. None whatsoever. Not with how quick of a conversation they have.
Yeah, they had literally came in. Oh, what happened? Application? Oh, I'm out the door again.
Yeah, I saw his name. Now I'm freaked out. I have to leave.
Yeah. So either way, they resolve it. They pull the thing out.
That's all they needed.
That Lex says, Clark, shut up. Just stop worrying about it.
Clark, I got a crowd around if you can't see.
Yeah, I have enough attention at home, dude.
I don't
have
need this.
so much attention at home.
Clark is obviously worried because he maybe feels like that he can't trust his friend. Maybe everybody is right.
Cows!
We are now opening up to the Kent farm where there is plenty of cows going along. And we have Martha and Jonathan sitting at the table with whom?
Chloe, the nosiest person in Smallville.
Except she finally has a legitimate reason to be nosy.
Dude, and she's really milking that shit.
But this is what I mean by she shouldn't be allowed for the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
You are trying to tell me that the reporter of the Torch, who has been working on stories for 7 years, who has been dedicated to just discovering the athletes that are cheating on their tests, that the coach provides the answers, she is writing these type of hard-hitting articles. She should not be allowed to interview anybody.
I don't know if she should have got an automatic A. She just got something harder.
Yeah, interview Quan.
Oh.
Yeah, tell me about Quan's life. You know, the guy that hates you? That's who I want you to interview.
Yeah, so basically, we get to the house. Clark walks in on Chloe interviewing his parents. And so now she's going into the early days. What was involved in adopting Clark? Like, what?
That's not a real biography. That's not a good biography question.
That's very invasive. That's why they're even reacting like this. Parents are kind of freaking out. Like, that's personal.
Like I said, she shouldn't be able to have the assignment, but I even put in the notes. That's really intrusive.
Like, why wouldn't you just ask something like, "When did you adopt Clark? And how was that for you? How did it change you?" Something like that. Like, what was Clark like when he was little?
Or let's discover the parents first. Why did y'all need to adopt?
Why not have an actual kid?
Yeah, like what happened where even if you could just blatantly say, oh, we couldn't have any, we wanted to adopt, so we finally were able to find our own in Clark. But instead it's, tell me the adoption agency, tell me the date, tell me who gave you the child, who are his birth parents.
What's his social? What's his social, Martha? I need it for the paper.
Oh my God, that's what she reports on?
Just the last 4, winky face.
Oh my God.
So anyways, yeah, basically Chloe runs off to the bathroom. Clark and the parents are just talking about, wow, she's really diving into this. And
so the interesting part about it, though, too, is Clark was kind of interested in the question.
Because he actually doesn't know.
Yes.
He doesn't actually know about his adoption and how that went down.
And he, even when Chloe leaves the room, he questions it, be like, well, who was it? And Martha, listen, we will talk about it, but not when other people are around.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy because you realize how recent everything is. This man found out 15 weeks ago, in a sense, that he came down in a spaceship. He was found in a spaceship.
What, that he can stick his arm inside of a woodcutter or wood chipper and be just fine?
Yeah, exactly. So that type of thing, it didn't really come to his mind like, oh, what was my adoption process? Because now that I know I wasn't born on Earth, I'm an alien. So actually, how did that work?
Alright, so can I be honest with you though too? I would never question this. And here's why. I came down on a ship. My parents found me. The end. I get what you're saying by the legal standpoint. I get exactly what you're trying to say. However, I would never think that there was ever an adoption agency involved in me. And that's why I would be freaking out if I was Clark, where maybe that is what he's trying to discover, where, wait. There was an adoption agency? You didn't find me in the back of the farm?
Yeah.
I thought that's where you find me. Wait.
Well, of course, they can't just claim, like, oh, yeah, this is our son.
Why?
So they have to actually make it legitimate, bro.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Are you
this
serious?
This is farm. This is farm life,
Farm,
right?
are you serious? They go to a legit public high school next to a major city. Are you kidding me?
Listen, storks bring children all the time.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Do you not know how babies are made?
I know how Krypton babies are made.
Yeah, they
on
come
a different planet.
Alright, you know what? Moving on. So back to see where Clark is now. You know what? I'm going to have to go. Chloe, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm going to leave and go talk to Lana because that's what my project is about. Chloe, though, once again...
Are you avoiding me, Clark?
Once again, valid point, though. This is an assignment, Clark. You can't avoid this. She has to interview you.
Literally at his house right now.
You have...
And he's saying, I gotta go.
Hey, your parents are right here. Hey, I'm leaving. I gotta go see Lana.
Yeah, let me take care of mine first. You're not important right now.
Chloe, of course, just eats it all up, where now she turns to the folks and she says, I have a question for you off the record. Has Clark always been this strange?
And then Martha and John are still kind of offended by that question.
Why would you be offended by that question when you understand that your son has probably been weird, especially to Chloe, her best friend? Or his best friend.
Well, maybe they're just like thinking, maybe like, well, we can't really explain that because he's just an alien. Not Mexican. An alien.
That's, you know what? I'm not, no.
Mexican Superman?
We're not doing this.
Remember him?
Jose?
Yeah.
No. We're not doing this. So now we're going back to Clark.
The streets of Smallville.
This is the one street of Smallville. They're on their 6th Street. Clark is now walking with Lana, where he's not even doing the assignment. He is not doing anything about
flirting.
That's all this is him now asking her, well, how does it feel to be the manager of the Talon? Isn't it great? There's not going to be a parking garage, all because of you, Lana. Lana, you're the best.
Dude.
That's all this is.
Yeah, they're just talking about each other like, oh man, you're really great, bringing back the talent from being in a parking garage, blah blah blah. Lana's just bragging like, yeah, I have responsibility. I love it. I love responsibility, Clark. You should try it sometime.
Yeah.
And they're just smiling at each other, just doing little... Look how close they are. Dude, they flirt so obviously.
And you know what the most depressing part about this is?
You would think they're dating.
No. Whitney is watching across the street at the corner while he is closing up shop at the academy.
He has his shades on again. Like,
he is watching.
He just got drunk the night before again. It's like, my life sucks.
And he's itching his tattoo. I need some cream.
Dude, oh my god. And dude, Lex is pulling up in front of the Talon to Lana and Clark. And again, what's up with this music he's listening to all of a sudden? All this EDM and shit? Like, oh, because it's Club Zero, we now know he listens to this all the time?
Here's the thing, though. Lex is still 21. Lex is still in this type of phase where no matter what becomes popular, all of a sudden, he's going to start
Popular rich boy.
That's all this is, so let him have his music. Where, that's not my problem with this. My problem with this is, hey, Lex, what are you doing here? Oh, the carpenter called me. He said that he has an estimate. It's like 11 p.m.
That's true. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean that he has an estimate or a price or he wants to meet you right now? What is going on?
Well, actually, is it 11?
He just got.
Because he left the house. It might be around like 7 or 8.
Okay. Let me give that. Okay. Still, who the hell cares? It's 7 to 8 p.m. That guy would have been saying, come over here at like 4 p.m. when there's sunlight outside.
Private contractor plumber guy?
Yeah, that's who this is. Where they're now walking inside of the Talon after Lex shows up. Lana, Clark, Lex. And they turn on probably the brightest lights I've ever seen.
Yeah, what lights are those?
What is this?
What lights are they? They're like green?
What is this? Is this where I put moonlight?
This is
I put moonlight light.
No, this is the Jigsaw, dude. This is a want to play a game again.
Oh, this is completely I want to play a game. Where they find the carpenter there on the ground, or the plumber.
Bash on his head, and he's just like, I don't buy this at all. He looks just so strange right now.
Actually, I completely buy this.
Really? Like, yeah. He's like, oh, I guess I got hit in my head. Like, bro, you would be like in pain right now.
Yeah, he was in pain. He was passed out.
Yeah, would he even be, like, conscious? How would he even have gotten up?
So, whenever he gets up now, he says he hurt his head. What do they notice behind him? It is a present.
Ooh.
Where this is now going to your Jigsaw point. This is, I want to play a game.
Yeah.
What I love about the scene, though, is, Lana, you know what? I'm going to go call the police. I'll see you guys later. I don't want to know what's in that box.
Yeah.
Clark walks up to the box. Oh, Lex, it's for you.
It's for you.
It's not for me. You need to open this. I am invincible, but I don't care. Lex, open the box.
Dude, yeah, I would have been so nervous just even looking at this box, and I don't know if I would have opened it, bro.
You're Clark, and you're telling your friend, come open the box.
Hey, Lex, open the box. It's for you. It says your name. I would open it, but it says your name. It's like, opening someone's mail. You just don't do it. You just don't do it.
Clark, can you get hurt? Lex, it has your name on it.
It's a small town, Lex. People will find out. I don't want to open your mail, man. That's your mail, bro. So, yeah, anyways, they open it. They're going to open this box. And what do we find? We find
a hand.
A hand.
We find a glorious hand where I'm so into this. Because Lex, obviously, whenever he opens the card too, I'm sorry to miss, he has 0 consequences. Where you're starting to love it because we're once again getting into the Mindhunter atmosphere where this is going to be that murder mystery. We're going to get a torture chamber. We're going to get something because we got the lights, we got the hand, we got the K.
We got the K ring on the pinky. And who is that?
Was the one that is now perished.
Yeah, Casey's clearly dead because his hand's in the box. So...
Is it Kasich?
Kasich.
I don't know his name.
It's Kasich, I promise you.
All right.
And so, yeah, so the cops are there. They're like, yeah, we're trying to figure out this whole hand situation. And what kind of a sick person would do this? Lana is crying right now.
I hate this scene. Listen, you selfish asshole. So... Lana cries, and she is just talking about how, oh my god, I can't believe this happened, but that guy did warn me that everything that Lex touches turns badly. Hey, Lana, who allowed you to have this theater?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who allowed you to keep a treasure from your parents?
Who employed you for a job at 14 years old?
I can't remember. And then Lex comes over in order to check on them. Lana then says, you know what? We're already going to be known for something. And then storms off like a little crybaby where, Lana,
14.
You shouldn't have this theater to begin with. You're lucky you have it.
Dude, she's 14. She's thinking like a 14-year-old, which is an idiot.
But this is what I like to get into, is that after Lana storms off, Clark keeps kind of bugging Lex. Hey, you know what's going on.
Yeah, like, what's going on? Like, who's Jude? Like, there's clearly something going on.
Like, you know what's happening. And Clark's face, though, where Lex
he just tells him, like, dude, no, Jude, he's, like, asking him about Jude Taylor. He's like, yeah, Jude Taylor, he's been dead for 3 years, so that's why this is weird, Clark. And he's like, oh.
Clark's face is so thrown off where he's...
Oh.
What? Huh?
Well, Lex, if you said that... Then how is the hat in there?
What?
He's so high right now.
I love the look.
I think he's been high all day. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to talk to Chloe.
Probably the best facial reactions are in this episode.
Oh, for sure.
We're now opening back up to the high school where Chloe is coming in, and her and Pete are now doing their walk and talk, and Chloe is pretty much desperate. She is asking Pete, tell me something. I have nothing when it comes to Clark Kent. Please give me anything at all. And we now have a little bit of an interesting aspect. This was pulled straight out of Pete's ass, where he starts talking about, you know how much I hate the Lex family.
Yeah.
Like, this was completely out of left field, where he starts complaining about the Luthers. You know what they've done to my family. And Chloe immediately shuts his ass up. Listen, I can only solve one mystery at a time, Pete. Keep it down. It's so bizarre because you heard nothing about it until now.
Yeah, I think they maybe mentioned how his dad was unemployed or like got fired or something like that at one point, but it was completely just one little thing in there, and apparently there's turmoil between the Rosses and the Luthers.
Yeah, obviously there was a big battle at the family picnics every year. Yeah, obviously they don't even talk to each other. Pete has no idea what he's talking about, and Chloe...
Lex doesn't even know who Pete is, bro.
I actually love the fact, because we'll get into it later on, obviously, is the fact that Chloe knows why Pete is acting this way. And that is why she is blowing it off, saying, hey, let me go back to Clark. So Pete does tell an interesting story, though.
He does. He has a nice little story about Clark.
He gets into when they were in first grade.
Third.
I thought the bully was third. And that's why Clark said he was 6.
Third grade.
Yeah, I see. I thought that they were, maybe I'm wrong here, but I thought that Clark and Pete were the first graders. There was a third grader that would then go around, pick on all the young kids, bully, where Pete is telling the story about how, well, this guy would just go up and knock people's heads off. And there was one day, it was my turn, and Clark stood between us, and...
He threw him through a door.
Threw him through a door?
Clark threw the kid through a door.
By the way, that kid... if he's not dead, is in some type of physical hospital.
Oh, he has handicap parking, bro.
Yeah,
he's got handicap parking.
He's not walking normal ever again.
He might be a paraplegic at that point, bro. I'm not
and
even
it's
lie.
all because you were a bully at 9 years old.
Dude. And this man, Clark, that man said, not my friend Pete. Not my friend Pete. I know he sucks, but you're not going to hit him.
Wait, that's not what he said.
No, that's what he said.
No.
He has, my name is his middle name, bro. I know what he said.
No, that's not what...
Us J's got to stick together, you know?
That's not a J thing.
Yeah, it's a total J thing.
Alright, so...
And Chloe's very impressed by the story.
Well, Clark is actually kind of scared shitless.
Yeah, he did not like that he revealed this at all.
The moment that Pete and Chloe was, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah,
what is this?
Yeah, they walk in like mid-story, and Clark's like, wait, this story's about me.
Wait.
And they're walking in the torch, and Chloe's just, and Clark's like, well, he clearly gives Pete that look, like, why would you tell her that?
Well, it's also, Pete, it's not a big deal. 6 years old, everybody was twice as big as us. It's funny because Pete sells him out and then is like, yo, see you later.
Yeah, remember that guy I got to interview? Yep, got to go do it. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Have fun, Clark.
Have fun. Yeah. Clark, just set this up. See you later.
And you know Chloe's out here. And dude, this, Chloe just, man, she's just really digging here.
All right. This is what I'm going back to. And I'm not going to let this go. She should not have been allowed to do this assignment. Because what did you expect her to do?
But the thing is...
Joseph, it doesn't matter who her assignment was. She would have figured out that whoever... Let's say she didn't get Clark. She would have figured out that the other student she had, his family was having an affair.
Oh my gosh, she would so do that
That's what I mean. She would have crushed somebody.
How do people not know this freshman is crazy?
She would have crushed a family. That's my point. She should have never been allowed.
Well, she crushes Clark here.
Boom.
Crushes Clark
because
by revealing his adoption agreement, how it went through, and then now Clark's admitting like, hey, Chloe, how about you shut up about that shit?
But it's because there was only the company he had the adoption from only had one adoption ever done. in their company history.
Yep.
And
And
it
they
was Clark.
apparently closed down.
And they closed down 6 months later.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Clark.
And so, yeah, he's kind of mad because he doesn't know that yet. It's like, get told something about you that you should know, but apparently you get told by someone that shouldn't know.
Yeah.
So we get it. We get it, Clark. I'd be kind of offended too.
Well, no.
Sure, offended.
This is digging way too deep. You're not allowed to dig that deep. You can do whatever you want as a reporter. No to that.
Yeah, he told Chloe off, and obviously she felt bad, but
she deserved that.
So we get to the gym.
When are we ever at the gym?
We're at the gym with Lex, and wearing his sweats. Yeah, he's really sweating, doing some Rocky Balboa shit in here.
His head of security then walks up.
Yeah, he's just standing there talking to him like, hey, you need to go find this Jude Taylor because he should be dead.
Well, okay, so it seems like what the head of security does in this scene is to go through all the people that were at the club. And he goes through of what their status is so that Lex could try to figure out who is the one that's trying to set him up.
Right.
Every person that the PI mentions is not exist because they're not doing anything. So Lex is saying it's impossible. The PI is truly like, look, listen. Just tell me what you're looking for so then this could be easier. Look, it's not what I pay you for. Go out there and find me something.
He just gives him a name like Jude Taylor, died 3 years ago. Yeah, whatever. So as he's going back to boxing, he has his flashback, and it's, I guess, the aftermath of the shootout in the club.
Being shot.
Of the club. And so we get Sam Phelan blackmail reappearing because he was the one that helped cover this up for Lex. He had revealed that in his episode.
Best part of the episode is right here.
Honestly,
and
I'm not even gonna lie. He did make this part right here.
We both hate Rogue, and it's the fact of because we have the tie-in where Phelan walks up, and you immediately like, yes!
We know this guy. He sucks, but I know this guy.
Now this is the tie-in. Phelan walks up, and Lex is completely relieved. Lex is like, hell yes.
Like, Sam.
And he said, Phelan, yes. All right,
so
I need you to take care of this. And Phelan immediately goes, okay, you need to tell me exactly what happened. Your daddy's paying me all the money in the world. Tell me.
Yeah.
Lex is now going to a different story.
Yeah, it's showing a different perspective now.
Yes.
Like the vantage point type thing. Like
a last duel.
Yeah. Different perspectives here. So he's telling Sam that, of course, after Jude had stabbed Lex, apparently Lex grabbed Kasich's gun.
That's the one thing that changed.
And shot Jude, not Kasich. So that's what's revealed new here when he tells it to Sam. And Sam literally just tells him, you were never here. This is how it's going to go. You were never here. Your name will not appear on any papers, police report, because that's what your daddy's money's for. I'm under his payroll, so boom. And I like it because he's not really being that douche blackmail we know later on. He's being kind of cool here. He's getting kind of like, all right, yeah, I would trust this guy if I was looking to get out of a situation like this.
I'm going to counteract everything you just said. All right, I love the tie-in with him. I love it so much. I hate everything else now. So he walks up and he's like, Lex, you were never here. He shot everybody. Okay, there are 50 people that are staring at Lex Luthor right now.
Yeah, but they also shot the gun and no one said anything.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Everybody is staring right now. Where Phelan, he's like, don't worry. I'm going to take care of it with your daddy's money.
And he's interviewing Kasich.
Stop it. He immediately goes up and he's like, yo, you saw what went down? Kasich turned around. Yeah, I saw what went down. I'm going to make you a rich man. First of all, there's a dude that's standing right in between them if you can't see his face.
Yeah, he's
that is
looking
like,
at the
what's going on right now?
I'm about to hear something sweet.
Also, the other side of it is, what do you mean? Did you see what went down? He was the one that also pulled the trigger. Here's the other side of it, too. Everybody else saw what went down. Why are you going up to this man?
Dude, strobe lights, it's hard to see, bro.
Phelan, sometimes you're the worst piece of crap in the room. And this is so stupid. Because everybody...
He's good at his role, dude.
Yes!
He's good at his role, bro.
Which is why I love it. Because it goes back to, you're stupid, but I missed you.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it goes to that. We're going back to the present time now, back at the gym. And
I'm never going to see this gym again.
Oh, my God, this gym. Yeah, I think they do go to it at some point, but, yeah. So we get a gun pulled behind Lex on his neck, his head, whatever. And guess who it is?
All right, so
it's Jude.
So this is actually what I got into my theory here on this episode. And obviously we'll get into if I was proven right or wrong. But I actually thought in this scene everything was in Lex's head. It would make so much sense to me where Lex is now at the punching bag. He turns around. Jude is there holding the gun to his face. And it's pretty much like a confession. Where it's Jude now saying, tell me what happened at Club Zero. Tell me everything. I know that you lied about the story this entire time, so I want to hear it from your lips. And the thing about this, I thought this was a Lex kind of a questioning himself and in a way having the guilt set in.
Yeah.
Where something happened at the beginning of the episode that made him just think of the Club Zero, where it's just eating at him.
Yeah, and so he's basically, just asking for information, probing it, and Clark comes outside, and somehow he can hear the gun click with some voices maybe? Dude, where's the hearing on this? Because there's no way they're that loud.
Joseph.
They're not that loud.
Joseph, I'm sorry. I just have to rewind this real quick just so you can see why. Because when Clark walks up, you know what's going on? The door is cracked. That is what is going on, and that is why he's able to hear. Because whenever you're Jude, you leave the door open. You don't clean yourself up. You allow
And he's immediately gone as soon as he gets in there.
And that is why I completely assumed that this was all in his head. Clark runs in. Jude is gone. Lex, you alright? Lex immediately starts lying. What are you doing here, Clark? Oh, wait, your assistant told me where you were going to be. Well, yeah. So, what are you doing here? Well, I heard somebody else in here. What are you doing here? And that's where Clark gets into the whole, I know what happened at Club Zero. I know that there was an incident where Jude was shot and killed. Lex pretty much tells him to shut up because what I love, he just got done yelling at Chloe about the same thing that he is doing to Lex.
Dude, yeah, so basically just tells him again, Max Kasich, whatever, this guy I knew. Whatever, shut up, Clark, again, please get out of my business. We go back to the Kemp farm, and we have goats. We have goats, bro. Talking about no animals, we got goats.
Okay, are you being serious right now?
Yeah, we got goats.
Is that really all you're trying to tell me in this scene? Don't even try to do this. Immediately, Jonathan. Oh, hey, Clark! Look at you! I was just about to go do some other work, but you were going to go do this for me, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Immediately what Jonathan said.
He's so excited to see him on there.
Oh, hey, it looks like you had a long night last night. Too bad I don't care. Go do your chores.
Oh, yeah.
Clark, I was helping Lana out. I was staying up late because apparently the Talon takes a lot of work to put back up. Apparently that him and Lana are spending long hours having to clean up that hand and that mess.
It's been like a day, bro.
It's been like a week.
It's been like a day.
When have you seen Nell again?
Dude, Nell's never coming back, I hope.
Why?
She just sucks.
She's in the Luther dungeon?
Probably.
Ooh, sex dungeon?
Probably with Lionel.
Ew. I'm not doing it. Not another. If there's another, I'm... Ew.
So... Basically, I mean, what are John and Clark even talking about here? Like, oh, we don't trust Lex. I don't like Lex.
Yeah, it's going back to just Jonathan's hate because this is the common theme in this episode, which is Lex's past.
Yeah.
And it's how we can never trust the Luthors because his past speaks for himself.
And he has shit going on right now, too.
Well, and Clark keeps trying to remind his parents, this is all about the past being the past. I thought you guys were all about moving forward in life. We're not going to focus and dwell on the negatives. Well, his parents like to pick and choose, especially when it comes to the Luthors.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, they're going to be able to hate him. And Clark just keeps kind of questioning it because he now brings up the adoption. And Jonathan is completely uncomfortable, completely pooping his pants, because he is so shocked that he found out what adoption agency they have.
Let alone that Chloe found out.
Why is anybody surprised that Velma finds out anything?
Well, it's just crazy because they go this whole time, and
Velma finds out all.
Man, it's kind of crazy how she didn't find out sooner.
It's because she didn't look into it sooner.
I mean, why
not?
She
was being a friend.
Okay.
Now she has the excuse because it's a class project.
That's not a friend still.
Yeah, it is because now
Taking
I have
advantage.
I have permission. I have permission to look into it.
No.
Teacher said.
Some bullshit. And so, as we're going through that, yeah, John's basically just saying, look, it was different channels. It's legal-ish. Doesn't seem legal.
It's not legal at all.
But yeah, we just
this is black market baby adoption.
Yeah, we had to do what we had to do because considering you were found as an alien in a spaceship. So, anyways, they start freaking out here.
Well,
they notice that their herd is not being heard.
It's like a Lion King scene. What is going on right now? Nothing. What
That's
do you mean
the
nothing?
problem.
There's no sound. The herd should be coming over that mountain.
Mm-hmm. The herd should be coming over that mountain, so they're freaking out a bit and they're worried. So they go and check, and what do we get here? We get the entire field of cows.
Production couldn't keep up with the cows and the budget, so they had to come up with an idea. We can only afford goats, so we're gonna kill off all of the cows.
How would all those cows die, bro? I understand that they reveal here that
Hold on, Joseph. Joseph, I gotta get back to this before you go on, because we gotta get to it. Okay, so the field, that looks like a horse on the right. That looks like on the bottom like some type of sea lion, and below it looks like a dog. There's a lot of different animals going on in this photo.
Might be a giraffe in there, bro.
Either way, this is not all cows. And that's all I wanted to point out here. This looks like an outside zoo exhibit.
Dude, look like fake toys, I guess.
Yes.
But anyway, so they're showing these chemicals of LexCorp, or Luthicorp, sorry.
And they're right next door. They're not on their field.
Yeah, it's next door. It's like, I guess, I don't know if that's leaking into the pipeline. We got hazard map people here.
But this is why I'm confused, and this is why it keeps... So the place on the fence where the hazard is, all the grass is dead and it's brown.
Yeah.
Where the cows are and everything, it's all green and clean. So what are they getting into, to your point?
Yeah, it's like, I don't understand, how did the cows die?
Is it in the water?
They ate poison grass?
Exactly, but wouldn't the grass be dead then?
It'd be fucking... Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. And also, as everyone's pulling up here worrying about the sludge, we got cops, we got Lex, and Lex is freaking out because obviously it's like...
It's Luthicorp. It's Luthicorp chemicals.
And it's like, damn it, if Jonathan didn't hate me now, I mean, if he didn't hate me already, he hates me now. And why is John all of a sudden wet? Why is his hair wet?
It's because he's been crying.
Crying and wiping all his tears on his hair?
Okay, so I also have an issue with this, though, too. I get it. You're upset. I get it. Do you really think that Lex put the chemicals inside of your farm? Do you really think that Lex would harm your animals? Also, with Lex paying for your livestock, that's not going to solve the problem. Yes, it is, Jonathan. You don't have money. You don't have anything. Lex giving you money is going to help the problem. I get what you're saying. Have your pride. Have your moment. But Lex giving you money is going to help. So shut up.
And he's not going to take it. He's not going to take it.
Because he's Jonathan.
Yeah, he's just being... Yeah, he's... I mean, I get it, though. Because, I mean, he didn't like him at first already. And something that has to do with him, with something that just is so dreadful to you, he'd probably be like, yeah, I hate this guy. I really hate this guy.
I got you, but it's still a...
He's being a crybaby, though.
Lex has still not shown signs that he would ever... I'll put it this way. Lex has not ever shown signs that he would screw over Clark.
That's true.
I get everybody else that you're saying, and I get everything that Lex does, but he's not going to screw over Clark.
You're probably right.
He would. He wants to know what Clark's about.
I mean, he's kind of been screwing over because he lies to him a lot.
He ain't going to screw over his farm, because what does he get out of that?
Hey, man. He lies to him a lot, bro.
What does he get out of messing with their farm?
Everything.
Nothing.
And so now...
Well,
Clark is saying, Lex, how about you just tell us what the hell is going on, because this isn't just about you anymore. Everyone's being affected. I hate you. You suck.
Yeah, except Clark's like, let's go to the cops. Let's go to the dumbest cops.
Good old Ethan. Good old Ethan.
He's in every episode.
Dude, he's the deputy, bro.
He's the worst deputy.
And so, yeah, he says, hey, that CPA guy needs to go talk, or you need to go talk to him.
CEP guy.
CEP guy. And so Lex goes up to him, and who is it? It's Jude. Also, what kind of taser is that?
It's called the strongest taser in the world.
When I saw that, I was like, man, he just got tossed in there after getting tasered by Jude.
And Julie just pokes him, and the guy goes flying.
Oof. He hits he hits the side of the van. Like, what the hell, bro?
I love it so much. Okay. Lex gets hit into the van. Obviously, Jude then drives away. What is it? Clark then, fights with his boyfriend, and then he immediately calls him 30 seconds later for his assistant?
Yeah.
Where's Lex?
Hey, what? He
was like 5 minutes ago that you saw him. What do you mean, where's Lex? You just yelled at him.
He didn't say bye to me. But, yeah, so we're back in the house. He's trying to reach Lex for, and he's not at the mansion.
I don't even know why, because even Martha says, why are you doing this? You should stay away from him. I don't know why he's calling Lex right now.
And then Martha's even like, this isn't about money. It's like, okay, yeah, but it's like...
Money can help.
It's not like he did it. Let him just repay you because that shit sucks. I wouldn't want that to happen to me, I'll take some money. Hell yeah.
Listen, I'm going to take the money from the company that's chemicals spilled onto my farm.
Yeah.
I'm so confused by this.
It's like you win a lawsuit. You sue them because of what they did and you win the money.
And he's going to repay you, because what else are you going to get out of it? You're just going to say, there are bad people in this world, Clark.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to take it. What do you mean? Stop it, Jonathan.
And so Martha's even telling Clark here that, hey, with everything going on, it's just not normal.
It's one of the low points for me with Martha.
She's just kind of, we don't know what happened. We know what's happening. Just steer away from Lex right now. Abide by your father. He doesn't like him. It's just complicating things. And I'm like, Martha, come on, bro.
And I'll agree with this one point about it, which is you don't want to be with Lex because no matter what, we can't have you. You have your own problems. We can't have you be dragged into somebody else's problems, especially a guy like Lex.
Right.
I get that point. However, this is so different to me. It's chemicals being spilled on your farm, Martha.
You would see someone out there
you
doing
would know that, it's not Lex just going, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them for this.
It's just the ignorant farmheads, man.
Whoa. That's not what Ma and Pa are about.
No, Ma and Pa don't know shit. They don't know what's good for them.
And their shitty attitude rubs off on their son.
How about it unannounced here? Into the barn.
Yeah, except somebody's trying to apologize and somebody said throwing another
unannounced. Chloe, of course, shows up to the barn, basically apologizing to Clark.
Clark doesn't want to hear it.
And Clark's just like, shut up, Chloe. I don't care about you right now. You suck. I just had cows die. I had cows die, Chloe. Do you want to be the next one?
Alright, so I have a wicked theory for this scene. Chloe knows that she messed up. Chloe knows that she pissed off Clark, that I dove way too deep into it. So Chloe's entire thing is, I need to be able to make it up to him. How can I do this? So they still go on with their biological parents, and Clark is then saying, yes, I do think about them. I just don't want to look that far into the history of it. I just want to do that on my own pace. Chloe understands, picks up the news article where she's like, Club Zero, what's this? Looks like somebody has also been investigating something on their own side as well.
Yeah.
Clark is then explaining the situation, saying, well, Lex got kind of brought up into a bad situation where now I'm trying to help him. Chloe, yeah, okay, well, you have fun with this. Here's a set of photos that I happen to have taken. I'll see you later. And what does Clark find in this set of photos, Joseph?
He finds that Jude is the same guy.
Okay, and this is why I say she did it on purpose. Joseph, how big is this photo?
The photo is
Jude?
literally right in his face. And now we're finally caught up.
We're caught up to the opening scene, which the opening scene I hate, man. Start out with the flashback.
I think the flashback would have been better. And so now we're back at the opening scene where Lex hanging upside down in the straitjacket. We're in that random warehouse with the killer. Or the killer, the ghost, whatever you want to call him. What do you want to call him? Ghost killer or whatever. And so
we'll call him Ghost Killer.
He's struggling right now to get out while we go back to the torch. And we have Chloe matching up an address to the CEP guy. He's like, oh, I hacked into the DMV database. Who is this 14-year-old child? Is she Tony Stark?
7 years on the torch.
Oh my
has
God.
been able to give her this type of experience where that's why I say she should have never been able to have the English assignment. Who is able to give her that assignment?
The teacher.
Just give her an A.
And so they make the match to the address to an old warehouse, whatever. And so now it's back at Jude and Lex. Still asking, I want the truth. I want the truth about Club Zero, man. Tell me what's going on.
Well, you know what? And now we're having another cutscene because obviously Lex being tortured. We're cutting back to the scene of the police incident where we have the dead body being strolled out. Who is the dead body, Joseph?
Kasich, because Clark actually uses his x-ray vision, realizes a hand is missing.
It was probably one of the bros, and it was their arm during a robbery.
And this was the address Chloe gave him. It was Kasich's address. You know, the robbery from last episode. So yeah, anyways, they mentioned Club Zero with the cop here because Clark's investigating.
Well, Clark's that's what I was investigating for. I'm looking for it. Where is it? Haha, you're 6 months too late. Closed down already.
Yeah, it's over there. It's like a warehouse now. It's a warehouse now. It's a warehouse. It's a warehouse. And so where does he go? Phew, he goes over there.
So now we're getting into kind of the reveal here. Where it's once again Jude going back to that smiling face from the very beginning. Don't you remember, Lex? You killed me. He holds up the gun. He fires the gun. And we're supposed to believe that Lex is the one that was shot during this scene. When in fact,
it was Jude.
Okay, this is where, and I'm just going to pause it here, in the last 7 minutes that we have, now it doesn't make sense to me. Everything that happens here makes absolutely no sense to me.
They threw this shit out of nowhere.
It was, we don't know how to end this episode, what should we do? Hey, let's have just a random guy, the carpenter.
The magic carpenter, plumber, dude, contractor guy.
Who is
with the vest.
Who is knocked out now walking up as if he's some badass, who then turns on the Club Zero circle where now the lights are going off. Who the hell is this guy?
And oh no, you want to find out who it is?
Like,
we know who it is, dude. It ends up being.
But what's the Joseph? What's the point of him?
Just to throw in a twist, dude. They pulled an M Night on this one.
There is no M Night in this.
They pulled an M Night.
M Night would have been that this was all in Lex's head.
So this guy shoots the chain off of Lex's hanging, whatever, by his feet. And he goes, I know you. You're the contractor from Talon. No shit. He says, that's my day job. Come to find out, this is the brother of Amanda Rothman, or whatever. The one that was involved in the club scene 3 years ago. The fiance of Jude. So now, he's mad because he was locked up and never had a rich daddy keep me out of jail, blah, blah, blah. So now, he just wants revenge for his sister because his sister committed suicide from the stress of that whole thing after Lex ditched her.
This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Alright, so you're trying to tell me that, this is what he said, because he even calls her, Mandy. Mandy was so devastated because you had her kill, or you killed the love of her life. Whatever the hell he says, that ended up being that the love of her life died. Joseph, how was he the love of her life when he just got done cheating on her?
Hey, man.
Why am I supposed to believe here that all of a sudden she is so devastated because she watched as the guy that cheated on her that she was going to end the marriage for and find somebody else new to be happy with, that all of a sudden she's devastated? For what? What is she devastated about? What would make you go into a depression that all of a sudden says, oh, you need to kill yourself?
Well, we have to find out here, Taylor. It's not revealed yet, bro.
I don't even care about the reveal. My issue is, I don't need the brother. I need Amanda, to be this villain. I need her to
Well,
be
it
the one
didn't
that
happen.
has the gun.
It didn't happen.
I need that.
Well, it didn't happen. You got her brother.
I got a random.
You got her brother.
I got a random guy that I've never seen before.
You got a random.
I don't even know who this person is.
That's right. And so basically, yeah, that's because you cut her out of her life. She was never the same after Club Zero. So we come to find out that there's a different side to the story.
Well, now we have our third and final last
Third
tale.
and final storytelling of the entire thing. And so this man also mentions Bloodhaven. This is because apparently the guy is Jude, who was posing as Jude, wasn't actually Jude. Jude's dead. But he found a look-alike, doppelganger or whatever, in Bloodhaven. And what is Bloodhaven known for, of course? Taylor?
My favorite, Dick.
Dick. That boy Dick Grayson, dude, Nightwing, man.
I love me some Nightwing. Nightwing is probably easily my favorite. Easily the best Robin on planet Earth. Dick is everything. And I know it's just funny because everyone's like, Richard, they hate that name. I love Dick Grayson so fucking much.
Dude, they even put in the Central City nod earlier for Flash. Love that.
Here's also the thing that I was hoping for in the scene, because you going back to mentioning who Jude was, a doppelganger. This is my other theory on the episode. Obviously, it came not true. But the moment I saw Jude, and the moment he's like, yeah, I am dead, I thought this was Prestige. I thought somehow Kryptonite made it so he was able to...
He's a twin?
Yeah, but he kept killing himself, and then like somebody else, like another doppelganger, was going to come on stage. You can't kill me, Lex. See, I thought it was going to Prestige moment.
You're giving some really high expectations
I'm
here, bro.
giving Smallville some things here, but
no,
that...
This is a Prestige first season?
I thought there was a Prestige moment. I really did.
Come on, man. So now...
I can't believe you're laughing at my idea. You know why you're laughing at it? Because it's so good.
I mean, it makes sense in later seasons, when their budget's a little bit more creative,
What?
Yeah, we're not going to do that first season.
Club Zero was hardcore, man. That was a triple X scene.
Whatever, dude. So now we get to finally see the actual truth. We get that the gun was knocked out of Kasage's hands
by a dancing fella.
By someone dancing. There was a bullet still shot. People dancing. But it's revealed that Amanda was the one that grabbed the gun and shot Jude, her own fiance. And so...
Wait. So why would she be upset?
Because she killed her fiance.
Who is she, not her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to take that the same as you, Taylor, okay?
That you're not going to feel anything because they cheated on you?
They're going to feel that, but they're also going to feel like, oh, wow, I just killed someone. Murder. It's murder.
Yeah, but they cheated on me.
Dude, look, man.
Cheat on me, you get a bullet.
You're biased here. You're thinking as if this was you, I'm not going to give a shit. Hey, some people are going to still give a shit even though they just fucked him over like that.
I don't think you understand the rules of Club Zero.
I don't think you understand the rules of life.
Club Zero, you don't come out with one.
So this is... Zero consequences. And so this is a cool part where basically the random guy, I think his name's Roy, I don't know what his name is.
Too fast, Joseph.
Clark shows up mid-bullet, shooting or tossing Lex over the counter, whatever it was, the ledge.
Lex gets shot, falls down off the ledge. Clark then runs in, sees it, says, you know what? I'm going to grab the couch. Grabs the couch, pushes it under Lex, so that he knows that when Lex makes his impact, he's good.
And comes back around to make it seem like he ran just then.
Hold on. He also runs upstairs to then hit Jude, to then run back down.
He tosses that man, too.
That's what I mean. So this all happens, but yet he wasn't able to stop a bullet in previous episodes.
That's right. That's right. Inconsistencies. Don't you love Whitney's new haircut?
I got put in the notes. I go, look at this. Whitney got a new hair. Look at big new haircut.
So after, Clark saving the day, he saved Lex, made it seem that, the guy was knocked out, don't know what happened. And now we're back at the Talon where it's the grand opening. It's the grand opening of the Talon. They're having an event, and Whitney just has a nice new haircut for the Talon today.
So, I do like the scene. Because now Clark actually shows up where he has a present for Lana. Where the present isn't stupid. It's not a magic trick. In fact, it's something very genuine, which is an old photo that his grandfather taped, which was an old photo of the Talon. And he says that I think you should hang this up somewhere. I think it'd be very special. She obviously says, I'm going to take it behind the counter. I can't wait to hang it up. I don't understand why there's not more jealousy from Whitney.
Oh, bro, dude, he's looking
Because
right
the
now.
moment that my lady is getting a gift like that, where she is just staring at this man and they're just smiling back at each other and she's giggling.
I'll keep your secret for you.
I immediately stare. I'm going to kill you.
Don't you love the Kid Rock song playing in the back?
Is that a Kid Rock song?
It's a Kid Rock song.
Good God.
It's a Kid Rock song in this background, dude.
Oh my God.
You weren't feeling so Kid Rock, bro? You weren't so feeling Kid Rock? And Lex is here.
Of
So,
course
hey,
Lex is
Clark,
here.
I feel like you're avoiding me. And he's like, yeah, my mom told me to do that, Lex.
Well, Lex is going back to what everybody has said, which is I was worried that you just think that my dark past is going to rub off on you, where everybody just thinks I'm a bad guy. So nobody loves me because I'm Lex Luthor and I'm just spoiled.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I can't really, there's no rebuttal there. I'm just going to go along for the ride on that one. And so after their little convo, we're at the torch. We're at the torch.
I love this so much.
With Chloe. And she's looking at the adoption paper or documents of Clark. And she is debating whether to save the document or delete it. And we know, obviously, because Clark got mad. And she apologized. But she is conflicted still. Because she just has to know. She needs to have the info. And what does she do? She clicks saves. End credits.
Alright.
She clicks save, Taylor.
Alright, so here's the thing. What I loved about that ending is the fact of, do I choose being friend or reporter?
She chose reporter,
And
dude.
that's it hurt a little bit, but it also because, Clark, you deserve it, because if it's Lana or Chloe on that pick, you're going to be picking Lana. So that's why I'm not blaming Chloe entirely. I just love reporter friend. I'm going to choose reporter. For me...
And it's already been hinted at, too, that it's a problem between everyone.
Well, are you just...
The principal, Pete, Clark, Lana, she is nosy, bro.
I would go into Kwan's past. I would probably try to find some dirt on Kwan to get him fired.
Dude.
Alright. For how I would have ended the episode, don't show me what she clicks.
Oh, man. I thought it was going to do that.
I was hoping it was that. I was like,
but
don't
honestly,
show me.
It's even a little bit spicier because we get to see that she saves it.
Fair?
Because honestly, were you not thinking she'll delete it? She's a friend, right?
No.
You didn't think so?
No.
Because I was kind of thinking
No,
actually,
the other way. I thought they were not going to show it. I thought that was going to be later on within the... I really thought that it was going to be left on a hanging.
You know what? Now I'm not thinking about it. I think I was maybe leaning towards that more. Because I was like, I don't think they'll show her deleting it. Because, okay, she's... But if she's this conflicted, they're either not going to show or they're going to show. They show.
Well, to your point, though, there's no even, putting the toe into the pool. Where it's I'm going to hint at it to feel the water. No. I'm jumping.
This is black and white. You are deleting something permanently
yes.
or you are saving it. That means because you want to look at it later or use it for something or against something. She's a bitch.
Whoa! No! I'm not getting that.
No. She's horrible, dude.
No.
She's horrible for that.
For me, it was strictly, I want to know. I got to know. I'm Velma. I got to find.
It's messed up, man.
Well, hold on. I am not disagreeing with you on that because what sucks, you chose being a reporter versus turning your friend into a case that you're going to solve. You made your friend the mystery versus you just accepting your friend, which means you can't truly be your friend with anybody because you're just always looking for a story. And it goes back to, I've had the conversation with you and some of our audience. I love Chloe so much.
Chloe's something else, dude.
But it's the fact of the reason why Lana would get chosen over you, Chloe, is because of that. It's because of a choice like that where that is why you're the reporter. And I could never trust you. I could trust you with being loyal in a way to me, but I think you would tear my family apart at Christmas. I think you would discover a
Those are the ones you like, bro?
Like, that's what I mean. You would just destroy something.
So, overall, grade on this episode? Rating?
I give this episode another 6.5. And it's because for Club Zero, like what I said, that last 8 minutes is horrible.
It's kind of bad.
It's a bad twist.
Because really the whole thing in there is, like, the whole episode pretty much is great.
Yeah, the whole thing flows.
It's pretty solid. It's good. I love the whodunit. Like, the last duel, like you said. But yeah,
But then the mystery at the end where you solve it, you go, that's not what Nope.
I give it a 6. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Well, it's like a case where Scooby-Doo takes the mask off of the villain, and it's a villain they never showed the entire episode. Who's that?
I was like, wait, Mr. Who?
Mr. Who? Oh, he was the guy at the ticket counter.
What? When'd you get here?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. So after that, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, you got anything else, bro?
No, I don't have anything for this episode. I am just excited because we have now wrapped up our Club Zero.
And Club Zero is officially done.
No more about
excommunicado.
No more about Lex being stabbed. No more about the heroin addicted doctor. We are now on the new glories.
Yeah, man. So next episode we got Nicodemus 15. Kind of a crazy episode, bro.
Nicodemus gets me wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balls wet.
Yeah, like I'm too sweaty already thinking about it.
I'm salivating at my mouth.
I don't think I'm going to be able to contain myself. Is that going to be a 2-hour episode? Because an hour of it's just me breathing hard?
Someone's going to need to call the authorities on us, bro. All right, so we'll see you then next time